The month of March, of course, is known for March Madness, but March is also National Kidney Month. Tonight, a story for you on the eve of this year's Final Four of how the game of basketball has saved one life and then another. What happens from the tip-off to the final buzzer of a basketball game rarely defines our lives. It's in all of those moments between the games when basketball tends to leave the greatest mark on the people who love it.
It's just something else. You know, what this game can do.
That ultimately pulled my heart to Billy.
It allowed us to be able to connect with each other.
It's very strange that all this goes back to basketball. We could tie it all back to basketball.
Growing up in Grayford, Texas, basketball was the way of life for Billy Gillispie and his sister Jerry.
If you're in the game, you're in the game. It's a life, it's a lifestyle.
The whole town revolved around the sport of basketball.
That basketball childhood led to basketball livelihoods. Jerry head coaching high school girls teams in Texas for 33 years. Billy, a college head coach, landing big-time jobs at Texas A&M, Kentucky, and Texas Tech, now leading the program at Tarleton State. A journey of highs and lows, but nothing that could fully prepare him for 2017. The diagnosis, stage 4 kidney failure, the need for a miracle to keep his journey going.
You're thinking that, hey, it may be over.
Jerry wanted to give her brother a life-saving kidney.
I would do anything I could to help him.
But she was not a match.
I can't imagine not being able to help.
Word spread. And on a December Saturday in Tahlequah, Oklahoma, an article about Billy's story flashed across the Twitter feed of another college basketball coach's wife.
Didn't know him at all.
And Erica Downey did not know much at all about donating a kidney. She just had a feeling.
It was a tug in my heart. You need to help. This needs to be you.
Tweeting like crazy about Billy's story, Downey caught the attention of Gillespie's former assistant coach. He connected Erica with Billy. A month later, she found out she was a match. After meeting at the Final Four for the first time, they traveled together to the Mayo Clinic in Minnesota.
Bye.
For a successful kidney transplant.
There's no way to explain the amount of grateful feelings that you have for somebody that's just donated your life to you.
You called her your angel.
She is. I know when you feel it and when you see it and when you're affected by it, what an angel is, and she's definitely an angel.
At the end of the day, I feel like it's something that God has given us together.
I've heard about Billy for a long time, even before he was sick.
Nikki Freeman gave her children, Braden and Savannah, a basketball upbringing. And when Savannah played for the Mart Lady Panthers, it led Nikki to a new friend, Jerry Hoffman.
Jerry was her basketball coach.
Savannah and I, we developed a player-coach relationship.
The game had already helped the Freemans
Basketball was Braden's favorite sport.
survive
Prettiest left-handed shot.
their greatest loss.
Braden was murdered, and if it weren't for athletics, I don't think Savannah would have been able to continue on.
About to get stuck for the first time.
In 2018, Nikki found out she needed a kidney. Her life became consumed with dialysis.
It's not easy to know that this is what I'm going to have to do 3 times a week to rely on a machine. But I'll do anything to hang around here for my daughter. So, Savannah, this is for you.
After 2 years of waiting, she got the call. There was a kidney. She rushed to Dallas, went into the OR, and woke up to heartbreak.
The donor team cut the renal artery too short.
A human error meant more waiting.
I just started crying and saying, no, 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 no.
All the while, Jerry Hoffman was still on the Mayo Clinic's mailing list from her attempt to be Billy's donor.
The letters would say, donation still an option.
And she realized,
I am interested in being a donor.
interested in being Nikki Freeman's donor.
To have that sort of impact on someone else, why not?
This time, Jerry was a match. In January, Nikki Freeman returned to Dallas with new hope for a surgery that just so happened to fall on what would have been her late son's birthday.
Yeah, this is meant to be. This is going to happen this time.
Nikki Freeman's wait is finally over.
I can actually live my life.
Jerry Hoffman finally got her chance to save a life.
It's the most rewarding thing that you can do.
I am proud. In a particular situation like this, it's a real moment.
This March, another moment.
Not all family is blood.
A new basketball family in the same room for the first time.
To sit here and listen and cry, what a blessing this day has been.
Hearing the impact it made, Jerry's donation made on Nikki, it really hit home for me.
It's still very surreal that all this has happened for all of us.
Erica and I both understand the other part of it is we have a gift too.
A gift they hope will inspire others to give. A gift so many people are still waiting for.
We have approximately 100,000 people waiting on a list. We don't have to save 100,000 lives today, but it's just one single one at a time.
What happens on a basketball court at the final buzzer rarely defines our lives.
The game is a game.
That moment is fleeting. What lasts is how the things we love, like basketball, shape us, connect us, move us to step into someone else's path and keep their journey going, to be their
Angel.
I mean, it's a God thing. It's a God thing. God and basketball.
The need for donors is very real. Last year in the U.S., approximately 7,000 people died while waiting on the transplant list. If you are interested in learning more about becoming a donor, you can get information at organdonor.gov. The Mavericks beat